So last night we had about 18 shot spotter alerts in the city, which resulted in 121 celebratory fires in the city. Compared to last year, we had 21 alerts through ShotSpotter, and we had 146 rounds that was fired, celebratory rounds fired last year. Definitely, when you look at the numbers, a notable difference. However, still too many. And we're trying to get the message out to our residents here in our city that this is not a safe practice, and we're going to continue to work out, continue to communicate that message to our residents throughout the city. We had the incident last night at 2100 Australia, where you had what we were led to believe two individuals that were involved. One was a 16-year-old with a high-powered weapon, and multiple rounds were fired. We recovered 50 casings and about I forget, 10, was it 10 live casings? 6 live casings and about 50 plus casings that were fired last night. That individual, the juveniles, are in custody for giving us a false name and obviously firing off the firearm. Again, you know, we're pleading to the public. Obviously, we have other holidays that are coming up, that this is not a safe practice in our city, and obviously we want their cooperation with this message. And I'll open it up to questions.
Chief, how effective is this ShotSpotter technology in distinguishing between gunfire and fireworks, especially on a holiday like this?
Based on the statistical data that we've reviewed over the last few years, 98% accurate. 98% accurate. And you know, we have a situation where you know, last night we had a young female, 15 years old, that was shot. She wasn't a target. We thought it was celebratory gunfire. We're now learning that it was not celebratory gunfire. But here you got a situation where you got a number of people, and I'm hearing crowds as high as 10 people that stood and watched this. 15-year-old female that gets shot in the shoulder. She's in serious condition now at St. Mary's, and we don't have somebody that says enough is enough. We need a witness to come in. We need to clear these crimes. We need to work with this community to make it safe. And we're pleading for their help. And you talk about the technology, well, only 60% of the people that actually witnessed these shootings are being reported. So to let you know exactly what this data we're talking of, 98% accurate ShotSpotter. Out of these calls that we receive, only 60% of the residents are calling 911 and say, we have a shooting in our neighborhood. And we're working to change that. We're trying to make these 40% of these incidents, we want people to call us, we want them to report it so that we can respond accordingly and take appropriate action.
Are you looking for one suspect or multiple at this point?
At this one, I think we're looking for 2 suspects, is what I'm being told, that were involved in a crossfire.
You're talking about the shooting of the 15-year-old girl?
Yes.
You're looking for 2 juveniles or 2 adults?
We don't know, but we're waiting for a response from the public to help us answer those questions.
What is your reaction that nobody wants to speak to the police about it?
Same reaction I've had for the last 4 years. We got to work together. We got to make this neighborhood safe. We need the cooperation of the people, the residents in this neighborhood. We need to change this 60% and make it 100%. 100% commitment to making this neighborhood safe.
If people are worried, though, about retaliation, can you blame them for not wanting to say anything?
Retaliation against who?
I guess they're concerned that somebody's going to retaliate against them for naming the culprit, naming the person who did it.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing from people over there.
Well, listen, I mean, I believe that if we're going to be bullied by a group of people, then they're going to continue to bully us. You know, we got people that are responsible for these shootings. I'm hearing a number of about 12 individuals that are reportedly responsible for over 100 homicides here in the city, dating back, you know, several years ago, dating back. So we're going to let these 12 people tell hundreds of other people that this is the way they're going to live in their neighborhood. We need to all work together and change that.
What happened last night? Was the girl in a crowd of others and she just was struck by an innocent bullet, or can you explain how the shooting occurred?
I can't really tell you the details of it, but basically she was an innocent bystander that got struck. How many people? But I'm being told that there are a number of witnesses that saw this incident, and we're looking for them to come forward and help us solve the crime.
How much is the reward if somebody does come forward?
The reward of making this neighborhood safe is priceless, because everyone wants to live in a safe community. So if you say, how much does Crime Stoppers ask or pay for something like this, I really don't know what that answer is, but let me tell you something. If you live in that neighborhood, you want a safe community, there's no price on that.
Chief, have you been in this neighborhood prior to these shootings, and what have you done? Have you spoken to the people there? How are they feeling?
I've talked to the pastor over at Mount Bethel. That's where I attend church. Just got off the phone with him. Very concerned. He's in touch with a number of the residents there, and they all feel the same. And as Al says, yeah, there's some people that fear retaliation, but at the end of the day, we got to all come together and come up with a different plan of how we're going to make this neighborhood safe. And we need the people, the residents, and the business people in that neighborhood to work with us in doing so.
Do you feel like the school's out, summer's here now, there could be a possibility of more shootings?
I'm not really sure. I can't really say that for a fact. I can't say that for a fact. However, in the past, you know, we've noticed some increases over the years during the summer months when it comes to juvenile offenders.
What kind of programs with the police department are there for those who are juveniles that can do something other than going around shooting people?
We got the Police Athletic League about 2 blocks south of where it is, 3 blocks south of where this incident occurred last night. We would love to have them be a part of it. Our doors are open. We'd love to have them be a part of our program.
Are you planning on maybe holding any group meetings so the neighbors and the community?
We have a meeting every third Wednesday, Gaines Park. It's this neighborhood, and we're asking all of the residents to participate in these crime meetings. And on August 1st, we're having our National Night Out on Crime, and it's going to be right at the location where the shooting on Tamarind took place last night.
Are you naming the 15-year-old girl? Do you have her name?
At this time, no. They have the she hasn't given us the Marcy Law. She's activating a Marcy Law, and she hasn't given us the privilege to name her at this time.
Do you have a message for the person or persons responsible for all this?
Oh. They need to stop. That's what they need to do. Stop making this community unsafe. But you know, my interactions with people that go out of their way to harm people in these type of incidents are not really concerned about what the message is. They have other motives. So we need to work with the people that they put in harm's way every day, making this neighborhood unsafe. That's the group we need to talk to. That's the group that's going to make a positive change. We're going to go out, we're going to do great detective work. We got great detectives here at the West Palm Beach Police Department. We got great officers that's going to respond in a timely manner. But the missing piece is the people in the community that's going to help us make it better.
Chief, are you increasing patrols in the north area?
They have a lot of resources that are dedicated to this area, and we're going to continue to have those resources target this particular neighborhood because of the activity that we've seen over the last few months.
You can catch the people who were involved in this shooting last night, the wounded the 15-year-old girl. What would those 2 people be charged with?
Well, I mean, I have to obviously look at all of the evidence which has been gathered. I haven't gotten all of that information, but I would say, I don't know. I can't really say what that crime would be because she's an innocent bystander. I don't think they had a motive of actually shooting her. They were looking to shoot someone else. So I don't think it would be first-degree murder, but it would be something very similar to it.
She's expected to survive, though, right?
That's what I'm being told, yes.
What do you charge? 2 people in the other incident, or somebody was firing a gun into the air, or one guy?
One person, it was the 16-year-old juvenile that was charged, and he was the one with the high-powered weapon. The other individual, who was an adult in his 20s, the gun that we seized from him did not match any of the casings, so we did not charge him with it.
What's the 16-year-old charge?
That would be possession of a firearm by a minor.
Is he just celebrating the 4th, firing gunshots in the air?
That's what we're led to believe, yes.
Any of the bullets strike anybody on the ground?
No. No one was injured.
So when you got there, he was standing there with the gun and you just grabbed him?
Pretty much. We had units that responded in a quickly, and they were able to detain him and determine that he was in possession of this high-powered rifle, and the casings that we recovered matched the gun.
How did you know it was actually happening? Did shot spotter alert you to that?
Yes,
You did.
we got a shot spotter alert.
Any of the live cameras tip off anything?
I'm not really sure.
Do you have surveillance video that shows the shooting last night, the woman, the 15-year-old girl on camera?
I'm not sure if we have that captured or not. It all depends on the angle, but do we have cameras there? Yeah. Do we really have this shooting? I don't know if we have it or not.
Did you say anything to somebody who says, listen, chief, I know who did it, or I have information that can help the police, but I don't want to come forward? 'Cause I don't
We
want to
welcome
come
that
down.
information, please. We welcome any information that you can give us. If you want to remain anonymous, we're going to take that information too.
But how can you guarantee that they're going to be safe if they give you information? 'Cause that's the question.
And they want to remain anonymous?
I don't know. I'm just saying, how do you calm their fears that somebody's going to figure out who spoke to the police?
Well, I don't know how to. Why would you be fearful if you give us information and what you gave us doesn't really lead to probable cause for an arrest? So, I mean, if you give us information and it's confidential and you want to remain anonymous, there's no fear factor here.